Here is our experiment with our next mulch. There's the Pi Pico. Here's the computer it's attached to. There's the readings that it's given out so far. We started just after 9. Here it is on the east wall so that I could start the experiment earlier in the day instead of waiting for the sun to come to the north windowsill. The middle two, the one with eggshells is our experiment. The one with the normal brown sand is our control. And so far, our experiment is sitting at 23 degrees and our control at 24.8, 1.8 degrees difference in temperature already, and they've stood for about an hour. So looks like the eggshells are repelling the heat. So here was my second experiment with mulches. The blue line here is with an eggshell mulch. It stayed a bit cooler than without. The red line there is the one without a mulch, but look how they eventually came almost together. And so you can see that the mulch, the eggshell mulch in this case, made virtually no difference to having no mulch. Here was all the times. I cleaned up my data so that it rounded off the temperatures to 1 decimal place. So there you see with an eggshell mulch, there you see with no mulch. And again, Google Spreadsheets does all the work for you. It makes it just so easy to insert a graph. And from the graph, we can clearly see that over time, we're getting to at 1 o'clock there, it just made no difference having a mulch or not having a mulch. So I'm becoming an expert on mulches. That it totally surprised me. I thought the white eggshells would repel the heat, keep the temperature much lower. No. So in my second experiment, I'm becoming the second definition of a scientist, which is an expert in some scientific field. I'm already a scientist by the definition of performing experiments, and wow, these experiments are just getting easier and easier. Now let me show you. I modified or tweaked the Python program just a little bit. I tweaked my code just a little bit so that instead of it writing to a flash file, it just wrote to the shell here. Here's the shell. But unfortunately, the moment you press stop on Thonny, it destroys all your data. So luckily I'd copied and pasted it into Google Spreadsheets already. So here is the code, and I'm going to post this code into the comment, and all it did now instead was write it into the shell, the code, and then I just copied and pasted it from this shell here into the spreadsheet. So wonderful. I really do like the way I cleaned up my data. It's not very much to this code, and I will put it in with this video.